Thank you for joining me. This video will be releasing our backs out. Props we're going to use is a small over ball. If you don't have a ball, you can use a cushion, and also a nice big thick pad or pillow for your head. So we're going to start by lying on our backs and using our ball. So let's get started. Rolling down, we're going to bridge our hips up and place the ball underneath our sacrum. It's the middle of your pelvis. And just let then your pelvis just settle on top of the ball. Arms nice and relaxed. You can even turn your palms up to the ceiling and just let them open wide. Feet nice and grounded to the mat. Eyes to the ceiling or slightly closed if you need. Going to start by taking a breath in through the nose. Just breathing into the ribs and exhale. Just let those ribs soften. Breathing in. Just here, let the pelvis just sink into the ball. Breathing in. Breathing out. Keeping your feet still and your legs as still as possible. I'm going to pop my hands on my hips and start to shift your hips side to side like an old-fashioned typewriter. We're trying to keep the hips on a level plane, but they just shift side to side. So there's movement a little bit in the legs, but we're trying to focus more on the pelvis moving side to side versus just flopping our legs. And you might find one side feels tighter than the other. Keep that natural breath and then come back to your center. Once you're back in your center, you're going to tilt your pelvis towards you. Feel the ball is rolling forward to your heels. So we're finding a stretch as we tilt. And then back. Feel the crown of your head reaching back behind you as you reach your sit bones along and up. And then release. So we're finding length, reaching as we tilt and down. Sometimes smaller movements are better. Keeping the bum quite soft, we're not clenching. And then release. Then we're going to start in that tilt, and then we're going to do a little like a hula hoop around. Rolling our hips around on the ball, doing a lovely circular movement. And again, try and keep the legs relatively still. And then let's reverse. Go the other way. Rolling around. So if you ever feel tight in your pelvis, SI joint, lower back, these things are really great to do. And then come back to your center. We're going to bring our right knee really close into the chest and hug it in. Now, if you're really wobbly on your ball, just place one hand to make you more steady. Breathe. Just circle the ankle around for 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to let go of my leg, flex the foot, and lengthen the leg up. Keeping the leg long, lower it slowly down to the mat. The knee can soften at the end. I'm going to drag my heel along the floor like I'm dragging along mud. Bend the knee, reach the leg up, and lower it down. Call this bicycle. Dragging the heel in, picking the knee up, reaching the leg, lower it down, and then bring that foot back in. Let's do side two. It's going to pick up the left leg. Hug it in with both hands or one hand and start to circle the ankle. 3, 2, and 1. Let's reverse. 3, 2, and 1. Flex the foot, arms pop back down on the mat, and you lengthen. Lower the leg. And drag the heel, pick the knee up, extend, reach it away. Drag that heel in, keeping those ribs nice and soft, keeping that breath nice and gentle. And we come back. All right, so we're going to roll off the ball. And just take the ball away, taking your arms out to the side, closing the legs. we're just going to waggle our legs side to side. So it's a little bit different to our spine twist movement in Pilates. We're just rolling now from one hip to the other. It's like a swing of our legs. And then you can add in a little head turn. Work at your tempo. One more. And then we arrive back to center. All right, arms going down. We're going to open the toes and heels so our feet are aligned in hip distance apart position. We're going to go back to our pelvic tilt as we did on the ball. So feel that reach of the hips away, tilting the pelvis, but finding length from the top of your head. And then release back. Exhale, gently tilt the pelvis. So this movement is really important. Also in our Pilates work, we do it quite a lot to engage our core. And now we're going to go into your tilt and then lift your pelvis up just a little bit and then roll back down. It's like a little mini bridge. Tilt and lift and rolling down. Make the movement nice and smooth. Now we're going up a little higher into our lower rib and then roll back down. So we're not fully up into our bridge, but we're going through these stages where our back may feel a little tight. Just finding that wave through your back. Nothing is forced. And then if you can, tilt your pelvis, roll up and then lift up into your bridge. And then rolling down. Don't forget to breathe up onto your shoulders and rolling down. The ribs stay soft, the pelvis leads the way. Now on the next one, we're going to stay up in your bridge. And with your right hip, you're going to tip it down to the floor. And then start to roll down on the right side. And then level off your hips. Stay here with your hips level. Curl up through your center. Tilt your hips to the left. And then roll down on your left rib, left side of the spine. And then center your hips. We're going to add in an arm now. Find your center. Roll up. I'm going to reach my right arm back. Tilt my right hip and roll down through the right side of the spine. I'm going to adjust my pelvis back to center and float the arm down. I'm going to roll up through my center, tilt the pelvis to the left and reach the left arm back. Ooh, we're going to roll down through the spine, centering and then lowering the arms down. All right, I'm going to scooch down a little bit. And then from here, we're going to find our center, roll up through our center line. Now we keep our hips level, we keep that tilt. As we reach both arms behind us now, the chin is off the chest. We're going to start to melt the chest down. Feel free to lift your arms up if you need to. If you're finding that tight spot in your spine, breathe and lower down. We're going to do that one more time. Through the center, we curl up. We peel the back bone by bone off the floor. We reach those arms back behind us. We take a breath and then we roll down on a breath. And then we're going to slide our arms back out to the side in a T shape. Legs closing together. We bring the tops of the legs together. Now we're going to control it just a little bit more now. So we're going to roll our legs to the right side, keeping the legs one above the other. Going to stay here. Extend your top leg away and flex the foot. We bring the legs back in the center and then bend the leg down. Change sides, turn, extend that top leg, coming back and in. We rotate, extend, coming back and down and turn, extend and back and return. I'm going to bring my right knee into the chest and stretch the left leg long on the mat. Breathing in. Anytime, guys, you need a pillow to place behind your head, if that feels better for your neck, just place one. I'm going to keep hold of my right leg with my right hand and just let the left arm just go down on the mat. My right knee is going to open and lift to the right shoulder. Keeping your hips nice and level, so avoid rolling the pelvis. Bring the leg back to center. Bring the leg to tabletop and swap arms over. So your right arm is on the side, left hand is guiding the knee across the body. And back. And guide it across. And back, one more. And back. Pull the leg in and just let the leg drop, give it a little wiggle. And then let's pick up our left leg, hug it in. Take the right arm down, open the left knee and lift it up to the shoulder. Keeping the pelvis anchored to the floor. Bring the leg back to tabletop, swap the arms over, and then take the leg across. And return. Let's do 3. One more. Now we're going to keep our knee up and bring the other knee up too. The hands are going to be on the kneecaps. Give your toes a little wiggle, ankles a little wiggle, so we're really relaxing our legs. We're going to open the knees out, circle them down and together. Making the movement as big or as small as you want. One more this direction and change. And then come back to your center. Now I'm going to draw my right knee closer to me and then gently push my other leg away. I'm still holding my kneecaps and then change. And change forward and back. Pushing and pulling those knees. The legs are relaxed. So we're getting that lovely movement in our pelvis forward and back. And now I'm going to bring my right knee close to me and left leg away. I'm going to circle the legs all the way around until my left knee is close to me. And then I'm going to bring my legs together. Then I'm going to bring my left knee close to me, right knee away, circle around. And then back together. Right knee close. It is a bit of a brain thing. Open around. And one more. Left knee. Circle around. And then in. And then we're going to pop our feet down on the floor and let's lie on our side. We're going to use a lovely big pillow to cushion your head. And make sure your head is on the front of your pillow. Reaching both arms in front of you, legs bent up in front of you also, but keep that length through the waist, so you might need to put a little pillow or a towel underneath and lift the chin off the chest. So I'm going to glide my top arm forward. And then that hand stays on the ground. And then I'm going to lift the arm up and turn. Lift the arm and back down. I glide the arm forward, keeping the hand on the floor as it glides back, and then lift the arm. Try and keep this leg reaching forward, up and lower. One more, gliding, up, open, lift and down. Then we're going to come up to sit in a mermaid position. I like to sit on a little cushion. If you can't sit in a mermaid position, don't worry, you can always bring your legs in front of you. Place your hand on the mat and we're going to lengthen the spine. The arm lifts and we're going to drop down on my elbow. Trying to lift that top rib up, shoulders relaxed. press the mat away, lengthen that spine as we lift. Go up and over as if there's a glass wall in front and behind you. Lifting up, and let's do one more. And then from there, you're going to reach the other arm up to the sky, and then the hand goes across, circle, and up. As I circle my arm, I'm rounding my upper body. I'm just letting my upper body go with the arm. Circling around. And then lower. Let's do side two. Lying back down on our sides. Arms reaching forward. Shoulders relaxed. I lift the top arm and stretch. And up and lower. Gliding the top arm. Keeping the hand on the ground, we lift and twist and up and lower. One more, gliding the arm, bringing it back, opening out, twist, lift and lower. Coming up onto our mermaid. If you can't sit in the mermaid in this side, bring the legs in front of you. If you can, reach those arms. We're going to place our hand on the ground, then the elbow, and go into that lovely side bend, bringing yourself up, and again, up, and side bend, and lift, and up, and reach, and side bend, lift. Now we're going to reach the arm up, circle the arm, and reach your way up, circle, reach, and up, circle, and reach. Now we're going to lie prone, down on our fronts. And just bring your elbows, forearms, and hands down on the ground. Legs are reaching out long. They can be slightly apart if that feels better for your lower back. And you might need a little pillow also for your hips. All right, bringing the tippy top of the nose onto the ground. The shoulders are gliding down. We're going to lift our head just off the floor. Let's open the collarbones and then reach the chest forward and up as if you're rolling a ball forward with your chest. Elbows dragging back. Just lift onto the bottom rib and then exhale, lower down. Breathing in, floating the head, reaching that sternum forward and up. Reaching the legs long behind you and breathe out. Lifting up on the inhale. Just work really gently and slowly to see how your movement feels. Everything should be done with ease, not pushing into the back. And then we're just going to simply close our legs, bring our hands by our shoulders and push back into a stretch here. We can open the knees, toes together, and sink the chest. Then you're going to walk your hands to the right corner of your mat. And then walk your hands to the left corner of your mat. Coming back, and let's come up onto all fours position. Lifting your head higher than your heart to let your shoulders glide down. Sitting bones are wide. From here, we're going to start from our tailbone. So I'm going to curl, and I'm going to keep curling through my lower back, lifting the bottom ribs up. And then let your head relax into your full cat stretch. Then from here, unwind from the head first, the top of the spine, neck, shoulders, mid-back, lower back, and then the sit bones is the last thing to arrive. Now we're going to start from our sit bones curl, lower back, ribs, shoulders, neck, head. And then the head. So you're going to keep the scoop of your lower body, but let your head unwind, then the neck, then the shoulders, then the ribs, lower back, and then your tailbone. Then we're going to walk our hands to the knees and come all the way up. Now we're going to do a series of hip stretches. If you need a chair to support you, please place one by your side. If you need to pad up your knees, please do. All right, we're going to step forward with our left foot. We call it a proposal position, where you're on one knee. But the front foot is underneath on, the front heel is underneath our knee. We're going to lengthen the spine and slightly tip your hips under. So we want to really feel that lift upwards, that micro tilt. So some of you already might feel quite a good stretch on the hip and the front of the thigh. My glute muscle is switched on. I'm going to bring my hips forward, trying to maintain that tilt, and then back. So we're moving our pelvis forward and back. Pelvis comes forward, pelvis moves back. So if you have back tension, freeing out our hips may help that situation out. Everything is related. All right, now I'm going to wiggle my front foot further forward. I'm going to keep my tilt as best I can as I bring my hips further down. I'm going to bring my hands either side of the leg. Now, if you can't reach to the floor, you can always put yoga blocks or books underneath your hands. You can go onto the fingertips, your fists, or flat hands. Try and bring the pubic bone forward to that front heel. Relax your shoulders. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. Now I'm going to tip my pelvis upwards. I'm trying to lift my bottom up. I'm going to rock my weight back. Try not to tuck your bum. So we want to lift the bum. Lift those sit bones. So don't worry if you don't stretch your front leg, that's fine. We just want to feel that lift of the sit bones. And as we exhale, we're going to rock forward again. We lift the sit bones, rock back, breathe in. Breathe out, come forward. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. And then we're going to bring ourselves back, roll up, give yourself a little wiggle, and let's do side two. Back to our proposal position. Tilt the pelvis, and we're going to rock our hips forward and back. One side may feel different to the other. Try and keep that slight tilt of the pelvis down. Now we're going to wiggle that front foot forward, tilt those hips, and come down. Breathe in, tilt your hips up and back, and forward. Up and back with the sit bones, and forward. Up and back, and forward. One more. And then come back. We're going to make our way down again to lie on our backs. And now from here, rolling onto your back, you can place a head pad if you need. We're going to take our arms wide and also our feet wide. Knees just fall over your toes, and we're going to roll our legs to the right side. Ribs are soft. Feel the reach of the hip down, 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 down. So it's like your knees reaching down to the corner of your mat. And then roll back. And then reach that hip down. And roll. Never force anything. Just go to your capability. then come back. Hug your knees in. Rock gently side to side. Place your feet one by one on the ground. And then when you're ready, guys, come up to a sit position. Sitting on a pillow or a block if you need. Legs in a comfortable position that works for you. And just rest your arms down. Soften the muscles around your face, jaw, neck and shoulders. And we take a lovely breath in here. And then softly breathe out. Breathing in. And breathing out. And thank you so much for joining me. Have a nice day.